Yes, you might be wondering why I am standing in the middle of this. I mean, can I call it a bush? Well, um, once upon a time, there were people living here. People were living here. There were houses, there were marketplaces. I mean, a source of livelihood. Everything was here. But then what happened? Why did people relocate from this place to now that that place over there, which is called Sibanor? Sibanor is a village in Foni, a very friendly, a very beautiful and loving people. Village where there is what we call unity among people. There is that cordial relationship between people. People who are living here, you could see the evidences. Come close. You could see the evidences. Look at these mangoes. You see those places? This will tell you that people were living here before. At the time, there were signs of houses, but due to, the rain and other stuff like that, now it is very difficult to detect, the sign or the shades of the house that were here before. Well, now you could see a man called Mankaman Saho was one of the first people to settle in this village. When he came here, he found no one here and went into the bush, cleared some places, settled down. Then later on, people came, like according to some of the oldest people that we talked to, said people like the Baji Kundankas and the Baji Kundankas, and I forgot the other ones, but the people like Baji Kundankas were one of the people who also settled here, first people. That is why Sao Kundankas in this village are the Alcalos. And that shows that they were one of the, because according to history, in a village, the Alcalos, the Alcalosship comes from a compound that were the first to settle in that particular village. So you realize that people living here and now not living here anymore has a long history. Then let's go. You could see it everywhere. Signs are everywhere that there were people living here. Look at this. It is very important for one to know his or her history. If you know where you come from, surely you will know where you're going to. Let's go forward. Yes, this village has a long history. According to the elderly people that we talked to, they told us the name Sibanor came about through a bird that the Jolas used to call Sibanors. So, according to what many believe, the name Sibanor came from that animal or that bird called Sibanors. Because according to the elderly people, when the first people that settled in this village came and wanted to give a name for this village, then there was this Jola man where a bird normally passed through here, and the name that was given to the bird by the Jolas was Sibanors. So that's how the name Sibanor came about. So as I was telling you, you can see that these mangoes and other evidences that will show you that people once lived in this village. You can see everything. Just look at everything here. You will realize that there were people living in this village, in this place called, now people locally call it, the Duta Kuroto. Understand? Duta Kuroto, meaning where groups of mangoes are. As you can see, still some people are using it for farming. You can see, there is a farm here. You realize that this was once a place where this is a boba tree, one of the most oldest boba trees we have in this village. It is locally called Koliba. Well, when I asked many people what it means, I had different stories about the Koliba thing. So it is a language, a Mandinka language. This was where people used to come. They use the boba leaf to make soup. They also, this was are the places where they normally come, and use the boba fruit for their livelihood sometimes. So if you look at this place, you will realize that this is a historical place, a very old place. This has been here for centuries. You see, this place is called Koliba. You can come down here and look down there. You realize that many things happen in this place. You see, according to some, when there were initiation ceremonies for men or boys, this is where they normally bring them at the time. So you realize that it has a long history. Yes, it's called the Koliba. There are two boba trees that are joined. See? Well, and at the time, we know our people were engaged in traditional worship. So there is a place where at the time, the first people that settled used that tree as a source of, worshiping. Understand? But as we know, things came by, awareness came by, religion came, and everything changes. Let's go forward here. What's the Yes. As I told you earlier, there was a place where our ancestors before used to come and use the place as a source of worship, because to them they believe that this will give them bumper harvests. This is the place that will give them the source of life that they desire for, protection, everything. This is the place. This was the place where the first settlers of this village used to come and worship. The place is called Fankalia. Well, the meaning of that I don't know. But I asked and they told me the place is called Fankalia. I could remember when we were kids, when you come here, especially on Fridays, there were stones. Come closer, you will see the stones. So these stones, look at them here. Most of the times, if you come to this place, you will see different kind of sacrifices here. Sometimes you see money, sometimes you see different things. So you realize that even at the time when we were young, people still believe that this place has something to do with them. It has some connections with them. So this was a place called Fankalia, where our first ancestors used to come and worship their gods that they believe protects them, give them their source of livelihood, and many other things. So you realize that you see this tree, you will know it is a very old tree. You can come close and see how it looks. See? It is from a tree called tabo, locally called tabo. A tabo tree. You can see the fruits there. You see, you realize that this is not a modern tree. It is an ancient tree that has been here for centuries. Okay. So down to the right there, you will see this place was once a thick bush here, where you have the women garden now, that the Ministry of Agriculture allocated this place for the women of Sibanor to use as a source of gardening, where they can earn their living. You see, so you can see the tablet here, you can see the signboard here, where you have the Ministry of Agriculture, where the government relocate. Use this place for women gardening. As you can see here, women are here doing their gardening and many things. But you have to realize that, or know that, this was a place where it was a thick bush. There was nothing like gardening here. But after this place, you have what we call the furrows, where women were using as, they grow rice. You have their rice fields and many other things that they use. You can see it was allocated to them in 2018 or 19, I guess. 2018, 19, where they locate this place as women gardening. So you can see. And if you look down there, you will see what erosion has done to this place. The time, you see. So this place has a long way. So I think we can go inside and ask these women what are some of the challenges that they face sometimes. As women, we know 95% of people that go to gardens in this country, 95% I can say, that's my own, approximation, that's my own belief, that majority of the people that go to gardens are women. So we need to know what are some of the challenges that they face. If they can have help, well, that's up to God. But these people are really trying here. They come here every day, morning, in the afternoon, just to make sure they take care of their family, give people a fresh and a beautiful food. And that's the beauty of Fonyi. It's moving. Yeah. So you can see, this is the women garden that I told you about. As you can see, whether they have some challenges, like, because we know gardening goes with water and many other related issues, fertilizers. So we need to know whether the government is assisting them, or what are some of the challenges that they normally face as women. Assalamu alaikum. They use these waters to water the beds. So our women are really trying in Uganda. The only thing that they need is the support and the encouragement, and everything that they need to have to make sure that they continue with the work they're doing. And if you look at this place, you realize that majority of them are old. They are old. They are old people. So what happened? Why are we young ones not coming here? Or what's the problem? We need to know, yeah?
Lapa dula ñu ne jibela rek lapa dula ñu ne jibela na long ba ma ñew dem ko dia ko le soro ganja fo jamani ko len fo ji ko len fo minema abela.
You hear what they said? They said, oh, everything is an issue here. Fertilizer is a problem. I mean, water is also a problem. So, how is it a problem? Let's go there. The problem is, many of them are not willing to talk. So, I think we have to just, talk to them and make them realize that it is not something bad. We just want to help. Understand? Just want it to reach out there. Maybe we might have people with good heart. I mean, even not with money, but they are a source of encouragement, and I mean, their connection can make a difference here. Look at this place. I mean, if things are normal in this place, Sibanor would not have any problem with foodstuffs. Come on, look at this place. It's huge.
Assalamu alaikum. Yo ya. Nde mun jora ni soju. So bi mi jere mota ndemo Sibanor dingol ti. Mamu bintu sawo. Sawo kunna. Baba.
Wai hada.
Ada mala.
Wah, indah hata.
Mi jere ngo nyinga. Mama nyol kata gadi nodol. Ani ngalo ne dula bele mo bebe ko kilina complain kam atondi fa jambandol. Ani jiko. So la falo na fo o kolya ko wala fana be jam fana ba.
Kambi. Jiko be je jemandia jambando buka soto jambando da jawya. Ni men soto ta o fana da be jawya re. Jambandi boto ka fa ne wuli cleaning fa wuli fula. Sai jambandi poto ni basumane ka fa taworo bula. Ni to ko be da do ku sango be do ku la wala. Batana ta ka tun suar ya ke. Pentambulu.
Kain ba ngalongo coming masakunda le jang itandi pro ay ke comme Sibanor musol la gadino. Fo alnene akoni complain gal yala comme ali akoni wosi yala bam pro isa mako ro kana.
Ngakel men ye perke to dinna.
Project ko
men ye perke ko samana. Men ketan fansin dinno ti mamad kasam. Abeje
wala mong député tu no
hani
Mamad Mamad kasam Mamad kasam mimbanda
atir koy ayen tu men bulu ala saya bira bantambe men fanambe je ifana yela lo dula fanyele de katun bata ibu ka be bono mo ka wat kili bari fana yela lo dula fale katun nin ko le ana tani nga foye ikamma koyle kamma koy wo kole akwo tole jiko nga foy ne ba kato kanne de ala man na har yow fintindi folo bari ba kato kanne
kabrin nata jam fana nga jibele ko min dula jamal dijele mi yanko moma firo kiji fo min keta molle man tara nakam bang wala fo molle man pari ka dogo fo min ko
bena mol bena ka de ma je yambe nyama yaro da nka nya moli yar se nyame ba yaro kanne pura isenia nga yari dol beje wol bukana barin tol men yaron ko be bambandi ja tol ba ka to kanne de ba ka to
so atole amara ko min narra projet ko nata mi yaron ko alse jambe senano atol fe ko min Sibanor be kudole complain na min ni domor ko man killing nanata ni vegetable le ko la ni domor fen dum ko wala ko min narra fen soro ta mi yanko alse jambe do kuno Sibanor ko le nanyo kay jambe do ko mi yanko dol fo sem fambalu no hani man because ngalon ne sandeng fengol dalbe ko leerne marché kono fengol dalbe ko leerne so ni fennata na miyango ase mol ma ko no pour jambe set dada pour fengol em fambalu ni hani mal didi molla iti amara molbe pare la ka ke jam
asikelo de ni wo fote asikelo e ba kelale de ndol barakote kerindi no lala de bara asikeno ni atara ko mol pare ta be on keta kam asikeno ye pare yaaki do ko la ko le ale bondi jande wala tinne man na bare nin ko men nafana ta men mun bela saman asikeno ye wuli ya doku
sa ye jamani ko fole
ha
mi ango aka aserta le num kulbe ko yar na sante sa ta jiyo la fanala wo be nyaade
na jiyo be mbulle bara mansi
because kabri mina kan ngaje e baral soto jana so alko alni wal ka keno nyaade jiyo nyana ta jiyo la
men ye bara bi ni baral ha imaje jebe ta kante sama be keri nyawnya bari imaje ngaile jebe ta kan yo jewo akan sile bari wati do wari ba num tilkan do la wati do sita ha jebu kan si abukan si je man dia ba ke fana bara abukan si andum ko bo ay ko fana so
sana comme ni ara ko so to ase fang firi fangol man torano
ha aka fi fangol man toral kumo kumo comme kumo walon kumo anin ko man kilim kumo be jele kumo imaji tanko balo be wulere ha nin tanko fata kabo
sumbe
e saja be wulere
wulere ha Roni comme jiyo ni na kumo la dina na fengere
naji tana wala ka bara wulere ni ta jiyo kumo soto kanol wolde kawul abuka wolbuka mo yan ni fi fendo ni fi fendo ha jabojo luwo kucal wo kanjol wo fengarangol ka
ni ka fo
ako bari tanko ji
way mun adama
kanjol ay way kuca
adama
bindu sawala
sai comme natra ite mimina wala comme natra isa ma so na hanata mo kinin nala wala mansa kundala pour isal ma ko no ko de le al sula tamina ja abe kala mi
bibi to besular men nan kan ndo bela firi ngina ko nimbelorin kala bo yalan sambol banta nimbelorin kala bon na yabo pai pola ni ji sar ya sawni sar ne asita doro yesi yalan sa sambol banta no wakili ne ba sambol banta
kamo ko min biye wona jiyo ya
na jiyo man dia
anu fu jiyo
jambando ko ya ta
mo be butan kadi no
o jere dia
mo be butan kadi no ta
sabandi kan wala ha
baraka ba ani also ndan do fana mena kato ko kala ngatra ni futa ani nda
baru fali ali ma ko ji ko ma jam fonni tol be borta jalan to dambalan ko ali ya janjeli be borta kabil kilikando ko ni fona te ba fala to nyaale janga al fonni tol be borta jam faji ko laban fon kasin don ka ni ja na ni ata sina je ni ji ko na ta na ja do ko bi do ya bombi so ma dol fana ya bo a fi fon man abika tano feren fi fon ko kumo anin ji ko wo muna bunda balati wo de nalen de mawla wo kontano be wardan fele
inshallah
anin jambando nalen ma ko woto ni te fana de ma jele ni en de ma
aba futala mo mala nyanda futala men yalla son aba futala la nyanda
ma ko de
manambo kala nakata ko
ma ko de
ngamollo ne milia ko ni se dia ngani itandila ay futa nyanda futala dame ni yalla son da de waro bina
jang ani ka do ni na te gesalan ko dolbeten kadino ma do ko mobe borta fenta fo jiko kano bi ka betiya ko jabo fanan fendinde ma no meta kuran fane wo ma fi ton bi ka betiya no jam seren fenta fo jiyo ye man diale ferem jebe kuniyari
okay
jaba jambol fanan ka fisade mon no banna ba ni fi fon kai na len tol ma ko la betiya le nyaka bo moli fele ni ngamulla ka kan ni ngaje tele ko nyaka bo kamala ko akato kon tol fa bi ka do ko bambata ta ko nay meri ndingo ni ba kan ba kende ke
abula nga futa tangoro jana nga je fana nga fengo nyi fenge je saje jiyo nyi ko bar kan ni
bar ni sila yu ali ko sinanja
hari ini enggak what to do there no okay what to do
Well, as you can see, I mean, some of the issues that these people raise are the issue of water and the fertilizer. So you realize that our women are really trying, they are willing to work, but the issues that they have is water. According to the people that I spoke to here, they said one of the issues that they have is the water is bitter and it is kind of salty, and which really affects their crops. Okay, it really affects their crops. Crops like the pepper and also the onions and many other things like that. So the only thing that they need is to have a very tasty water. And they said again, when they come here, they come with their own water because they can't drink the water because the water is too bitter and also a little bit salty. So you can see here where the tank is. Are you getting it? You can see where the tank is. You can see where the tank is, or the borehole is. You realize that because of how salty the water is, it is what causes it to turn to this color. You can see the color, you just see the differences. Because of how bitter or how salty the water is, it turns it like this. The evidence that this water, or what these women are saying is true about the issue of water being salty is true. Just take a look at this. Take a look at this place. You see what happened to this water? You see? You see? You see? You can see. Yes. After talking to the women in the garden, you realize that the garden is so close to the river. There's a river, but this is the place where our people used to go for fishing. Well, I believe it is still happening, but I'm not sure it is as active as before. But this is the place where fishing is normally done. If you listen keenly, you could hear the bubble of water. I don't know what it is. Come on. So you can see. There is a high tide today. But normally, when there is a low tide, I believe there is a crocodile here. And to see it is a special thing, gift. When you see it is a special gift. It's a belief. So I don't know whether it is factual or not. But there is a belief that normally when there is a low tide, there is a crocodile that normally comes out. And if you see it, for the rest of the day, it's going to be a good luck for you. Well, that was the belief of our people. Zoom. See how small this place is? Never try to swim when you come to this village, to swim in this river. It is small but mighty. Yeah. God. As you can see, alongside the river, you have the local process of making salt. So if you look deeply, come here. This is the sand that they use to pour some salty water, and down here you have a bucket where the water normally flows to, and eventually if this is dried up, it will turn to salt. So I think if we support this, we can still make soaps that will be beneficial and really healthy, natural to ourselves. Look at it. But it seems like people abandon this place. What must be the problem? And down here, you can see oysters. So many activities are done in this place. You can see the oysters, oyster cells. Normally people do come here, I mean, fetch a lot of oysters, remove them and use it for food or sell them. So a lot of things happen here. The beauty of this village, this is what we call it. Here. You can see.
Ingwe fulgio.
Yes, imagine all the places, the bushes that we passed through. There is someone living in this bush alone with his wife and kids, and this is their house. So let's see if we can talk to him. Guys, after a long journey to the bush and coming across many interesting things, we finally heading home to take a rest and then go back home. Yeah. Yeah guys, I mean, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys have learned and enjoyed the video. I would love to continue with such, so if you want more of this, give it up a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification, and yeah.
In every aspect and in every direction. So it no matter which side that you come from, brother man, you know the whole of we are one. This was the message of the great hurricane and the one rebellion. So it no matter if a city or a country you from, remember we have to do a contribution. Cause a nation without a vision can't stand. It can't, but make we do it for the nation. Yeah. It doesn't matter where you come from. Yeah. Then there will be this progression. Yeah. In every aspect and in every direction. Yeah. So for the Gambia, our homeland, we strive and walk and pray that all may live in unity, freedom and peace.